A glass blower can transform a hot blob of molten glass into a work of art or object that is both functional and decorative. The art of glass blowing is an art that's over 2,000 years old. The first hollow glass objects date back to 1500 BC. The invention of the blowpipe around 30 BC revolutionized the craft. Until then, objects were either carved from solid glass blocks or molded from molten glass. The blowpipe enabled glass makers to expand and shape glass. It made fast, inexpensive production possible. This meant that everyday objects, not just luxuries, could now be made of glass. Accessible not just to the rich, but to the ordinary people too. The glass maker starts by drawing up what he wants to make. This can be an art piece or a functional object, like a drinking glass or a bowl. He starts off by sketching some rough lines and gradually adds more shape and color to the drawing. When he's all done with the drawing, he can now commence to the actual glass blowing. This particular glass blower works with a burner that reaches temperatures around 2000 degrees Celsius. When the glass is held in the flame of the burner, it reaches a temperature of around 12 to 1300 degrees Celsius. The glass blower uses a special pair of glasses which filter out the red glow so he can see what he's doing while working in the flame of the burner. He uses a variety of different tools to shape the glass the way he wants. Most of these tools are made of graphite, which has a very high melting point, so it won't melt while working with such high temperatures. Aside from these tools, he also uses a variety of miscellaneous tools like a wood file or a ladle. Today, the glass blower will be making a drinking glass with a selection of different colors. He starts off with an already partly blown tube of clear glass. This tube will also serve as a blowpipe. The glass blower keeps twisting both ends of the tube further away from each other and eventually separates them into two parts. One of these parts he puts aside for later use. He clips the excess off and slightly blows into the tube. He now takes another solid rod of glass and puts the end of it in the flame of the burner. Once the end is melted, he dips it into a colored glass powder. He now puts the end back into the flame of the burner so the molten glass and the powder will melt together. He now applies this colored piece of molten glass to the tube, which will eventually become the drinking glass. The glass blower keeps doing this with a couple of different colors until he's satisfied with the result. He then takes the glass out of the flame, places it on a flat surface and blows into the tube to give more shape to the glass. He now also attaches a glass rod to the bottom side of the glass for more support and control. He keeps repeating the steps of coloring, shaping and blowing the glass until he's reached the desired result. The glassblower now removes the tube end of the glass to create the opening of the drinking glass. He does this by taking it out of the flame and breaking the excess glass off. He now puts the glass back into the flame of the burner and uses several tools to smooth out the edges and give it more shape. He then holds the glass with another tool so he can remove the rod which he attached earlier. He now puts the glass on the flat surface again to make the bottom flat and smooth. The glass is now almost completely done. It just has to go into the oven, which is set at about 540 degrees Celsius. It has to stay in for about 4 hours. Then it has to cool off very slowly. This is a crucial step. When this would not be done, the glass would carry too much tension and therefore break. In our modern society, we still use glass objects every day. Yet the craft of glass blowing is becoming more rare by the day. Most glass objects nowadays are being mass-produced in factories, which makes it important for guys like this to keep the craft alive.